You see, my gorgeous Aries, it's all about an important progress this September, and you are going to come to terms with a certain situation which is actually going to quite surprise you, which is most certainly going to take place on the 23rd of September 2020. On the 23rd of September 2020 in particular, you are going to find yourself being surprised, because the pure feeling that you're going to have, emotions at that moment in time, are really kind of going to make you feel just a tiny little bit confused indeed. But then again, at the same time, this was pretty much needed, because it is going to kind of help you to start going towards the direction that you wouldn't normally go towards. And this is where things are going to get rather interesting when it comes to you. In particular, specifically from the 23rd of September until the end of that month, just watch what is like really kind of connecting to you. Watch, like, you need to pay attention to what is on your mind, what's happening around you. This is a very important time also when it comes to the actual forgiveness. I know it sounds like, oh my God, forgiveness. No, baby, no. It's not just any forgiveness, but specifically in between the 23rd of September until the end of that month, if you have any thoughts, or if you have any way of thinking, if you find yourself thinking about someone, about anyone really in a specific way, or anyone in an angry way, this is a very much so to do with your spirituality, and it's very much so to do with you changing your mind about things and not weighing yourself down. But the only way to do this is to release yourself from the negativity. So on one hand, this is very spiritual time, but on another hand, this is just a karmically super important time, because these things go hand by hand, and it's pretty much so leading towards a specific thing that is going to take place at the end of the month. Very end of the couple of days at the end of the month are most certainly going to bring you an important opportunity, and to make this opportunity like even more powerful, even more significant, this is what you can do, and this is what you should do along the line. I mean, throughout September, it's very important, just keep on thinking like really positive and be rather open-minded indeed. But specifically from the 23rd of September until the end, this is what you need to do. In particular, as I said, if you just feel like a little bit negative, a little bit angry, towards a certain person, this could be absolutely anyone. It's just your karma and your spirituality is just going to take you there once again. But this time you're gonna get the opportunity to actually fix this. This is why this is actually going to be so important. On another hand, just remember that the 23rd of September, it's going to be like a brand new door that is about to open. This is going to be your energy. This is going to be your balance, the return of your balance, but also an important gateway will open at the same time. And this is why you just need to get rid of, karmically, specifically when I say those things. This is all about you, and it's about your power, and it's also at the same time an important time to actually spiritually grow. Because why does that happen? Why is it happening right now? Because it's September. And now we are faced, we are left with a few months right at the end of this month, at the end of this year. And this is why things are going to become rather intense. And this is something that you should think about like a gift rather than anything else, an opportunity to actually fix things. Indeed, you see. And this is, there you go, not a surprise. My baby is not a surprise at all. This is the time of release. And this is exactly what you're going to need to do. The more you release in between the 23rd of September until the end of that month, the more negativity you look upon like with the positivity and optimism, the better it's going to be later. So just think about this like a golden opportunity, both when it comes to your security and also when it comes to your spirituality at the same time. Just remember, this is the time for action. The cards are speaking rather beautifully, and this is exactly how you're going to feel. And also you're gonna feel like you're having your sharpness back, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, my beautiful Aries, and it's for September 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Aries, and it's for September 2020. And this is going to be highly powerful, but at the same time rather intense months when it comes to you. And it's really good because your number this month, it's number 7. This is my little Coco. This is your number. He's sitting on a little chair that I have here. Yeah, this is your number 7 that you are going to have this month. Now, when I say number 7, you know, I'm thinking about the karma, I'm thinking about the energy, I'm thinking about the spirituality, I'm thinking about the numerology, and I'm thinking how I'm going to bring all this and help you to understand the way this is actually going to reflect on the whole month. So in particular, when it comes to numerology, number 7 is absolutely vavavoom-ish number indeed. And this is the time for action. This is the time to do things. This is the time to focus on things. It's the time to pay attention to, like, on your dreams, because they're going to be telling you something from a completely different angle, you know, from the very much from the deepest parts of you. But also it's going to be highly connected to your spiritual to your spirit guides, to your guardian angels. You know, there are going to be lots of informations that you're going to be getting throughout this month. Number 7 also means that basically what you think that this should come to an end this month, you should really focus on it. What is bringing you down and what is making you really unhappy, in particular when it comes to your progress, you should really put your attention towards it, because the power of your mind and your attention is going to be like coming from somewhere really high up, and that in itself is going to be wonderful, because it is just going to work on the progress, on the really important progress. So number 7 means spiritually that you will be guided by angels, you will be guided by your spirit guides. So you need to pay attention to synchronicity. In particular, when there is a little bit of number 7, if you are seeing repeating 777 or 7777, every single time you see this number repeating, on one hand, for number 1, you need to pay attention to see what is on your mind. So you will see what the angels are trying to let you know, what your spirit guides are trying to let you know. And number 2, also it's a great time to just at that moment in time, the magnetism, personal magnetism is going to be very strong and very high, and it's really great to use that time in order to project your energy, in particular when it comes to your thinking and when it comes to things that you're uncertain about. Not negative necessarily, but uncertain, like when you don't know what to do or you're uncertain. So this is all going to kind of help you to understand the picture much better. So it's to do with the progress, and also just remember that you're going to have an important successful dealing this month. On another hand, if you would like to start something, have a conversation, anything that includes dealing, my gorgeous Aries, just go for it, go for it, go for it. Sashita is telling you you should do it. Most certainly this month, now or never. No, not now or never, but it's the great month to actually do this. On another hand, it's just to do with basically a very good news about the financial situation and personal security you will have, and also the certain reorganization will be needed. When it comes to money, finances, and personal security, you will need to kind of reorganize things a little bit. This is important. Okay. On another hand, it's just basically and an important effort, you know, and this is also looking at a really huge, massive picture. An important effort is nearly going to be due, and also number 12 is going to be pretty much so connected to the actual time span, how long is actually going to take in order to reach a really significant point. You're also going to kind of have a bit of a psychic mode, my baby Aries. Psychic mode indeed, and there is kind of going to be the doubt and suspicion that you had about a certain, like, a situation where it's going to be pretty much so like to do with the symbolizing a person, you know, perceiving the unknown, but in particular when it comes to the being awakened to a hidden little danger. So you are going to be aware of it, because you will be able to escape it, you will be able to go around it, but at the same time your awareness is going to grow, your eyes eyes are going to open, so you will be able to pick up so much more from this picture than you would normally would. So this is really, really good actually. 3 things I will say, my gorgeous Aries. Just remember, bum, bum, bum. Number 1, look at the bigger picture, okay? Number 2, adjustments are going to be required. Just remember. Number 3, don't let your past to hold you back, okay? Do not let your past to hold you back. These are three things I want you to remember. On another hand, you know, it's brilliant because it's to do with the success that you are going to have this month, in particular when it comes to material attainment. You will find yourself on an advanced stage. It's very good because it's going to reflect on your health as well. This is a brilliant month to work on your health and focus on things that are making you feel good, like a bit of a running, bit of a moving, bit of a doing, like a bit of an exercise. Whatever you consider as exercise this month is going to be wonderful to actually do this. On another hand, if you had a long ailments, you know, now you will see improvements. So this is really good as well. For those of you who didn't see any improvements, this is actually going to be a great month. And also energetically, even if you feel like, oh, I can't be bothered to do this, you know, not that you are going to, but even if you feel like that, as soon as you do the spiritual knocky knock, and you know what I mean by spiritual knock, as soon as you kind of do this spiritual knock, which means as soon as you start the process, begin the process, everything will disappear that was bringing you and weighing you down. So this is why this is going to be wonderful. It's to do with a good health and also an important victory. You are going to have an important victory this month, in particular when it comes to an annoying difficulty that was slowing you down and change things a bit. Cocolino is cleaning himself. And also, you know, it's about the stability and a certain wish. You know, you will have a bit more information about the certain wish. You know, it's the certain subject, particular wish that may be kind of slowed down in the process, and now you're gonna have a good news about its actual movement. And that in itself is also going to bring you an important strength that you are going to have. It's going to bring you control over a situation there where you had a bit of like a weakness, you know. And also it's important to say it's about the strength and courage that you are going to have. Beautiful energy is going to re-energize you this month, and that in itself is going to bring you an important determination. That determination is going to primarily responsible for you making a certain move with something that you wanted to do for such a long time, and that in itself is going to create an action, confidence, an important accomplishment. This is very, very good because it's a flip-flop situation, which means that the things just a few months ago that were creating weakness, now they're going to have a really nice and lovely flip-flop moment, which things, you know, karmically you dealt with this, so now spiritually you're going on the next level. So now this is going to be much lighter, much more positive, and much brighter when it comes to you and your situation indeed. Okay, I highly suggest you to get something like a black onyx. My lord, this is rather important. Black onyx, look at this baby. Black onyx, this is gorgeous little crystal, you see this? And it's absolutely super powerful when it comes to protecting ourselves from negativity. It's against all sorts of negative energy, but it's absolutely powerful and very vibrant in many different ways when it comes to our personal spiritual balance. So I do have to say that you will be making some important decisions in September and both October, and the black onyx is absolutely superb when it comes to its energy and when it comes to the actual protection. On one hand it protects us, but on another hand it's absolutely magnificent when it comes to our personal balance. So that in particular makes us a bit more sharper. It helps with the communication, and most importantly when it comes to an important decision making, you know. On one hand it protects us lovely from the negative energies and maybe negative people around us that would normally drain our energy, but on another hand we stay that much beautifully sharp by wearing onyx. This gorgeous onyx black onyx comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is below. And by buying things from my channel you're also supporting my channel as well. But this is something I highly recommend you to get and wear throughout September and throughout October 2020. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, you also, I have to say, I know that I've mentioned this before, but there are a couple of things. It's your bones, like a sensitive bones that you're actually going to have. So for sensitive bones, I highly recommend you the combination of calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Okay, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And it's not only about the sensitive bone, and in particular when it comes to zinc, I just also want to say that you need to boost your immune system at the same time. So calcium, magnesium, and zinc are going to be good for your bones, but also zinc in this particular case, it's also at the same time going to boost your immune system, so you're going to protect yourself against cold and flu, alongside the natural vitamin C, organic acerola cherry powder that I always talk about. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's a natural form of vitamin C that is a very high in vitamin C. You take 1 little teaspoon in a little glass of water every single morning, and this basically, it's a wonderful thing to actually take in order to replenish vitamin C levels in your body. So organic acerola cherry powder every single morning, 1 teaspoon in a little bit of water, and drink it. And at the same time, if you can take calcium, magnesium, and zinc, which are going to help you with your sensitive bones. And another thing that I was going to say, it's vitamin D. Superb, very powerful when it comes to our bones, but also when it comes to boosting our immune system. So it's basically, this is the combination of organic acerola cherry powder, calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and vitamin D also. This combination is going to be absolutely remarkable and very good for both to protect your bones, but at the same time to boost your immune system. Also try to avoid like aluminum deodorants. Try to get deodorants that are actually aluminum free, because aluminum is really bad for us, of course, and it blocks our pores. No baby, no, you do not use aluminum. Try to get a good natural deodorant without aluminum, and this is going to help you quite a lot, because I can see the sensitivity towards aluminium this month. And also on another hand, when it comes to your mouth, I mentioned this before, sensitive gums, which is going to, vitamin C and zinc is also going to help you with sensitive gums, which is brilliant. You don't need to take anything else for it, but try to avoid toothpaste with fluoride and mouthwash with fluoride, because on another hand, fluoride is not good for you. It's actually really bad for you. So if you can get like a toothpaste and mouthwash without fluoride, that would be fantastic. Something like a tea tree and aloe vera, it's a perfect combination indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, the first important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 2nd of September. The 2nd of September is the time of transformation, and this is why I recommend this. Da, na, 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 na. La 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 la. I highly recommend you to get a dry sage, please. If you get this from my store, this is going to last you for absolute ages. Look at the size of this. Look at the size of this. So the dry sage is very important at the time when we are going through certain changes, at the time of transformation, because on one hand we are getting much more powerful, but then on another hand this energy takes a lot out from us, in particular when we are going through transformation. So I highly recommend you to get a dry sage, and at around either at the beginning of September or mid-September, at some point in September, you know, even if it's right before the September, it doesn't matter. Just try to smudge your home. It's important. It's going to help you to get rid of the negative energy, but it's also going to help you as well to get rid of the negative energy within you. If you feel like a drain 2 days later, it means it's absolutely brilliant. It's just worked really well in order for you to get rid of the negative energy, and this is why sometimes it makes us feel really, really drained. If you would like to get this dry sage, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Aries. But it's the 2nd of September that I was going to say, this is the time of transformation. This is the time of new beginning. I need to say to you, try to change things around you. You work like with new moon energy. You know, when it's new moon, it's a one type of energy. When it's like a full moon, it's another type of energy. When it's new moon, then we just get rid of the old things and we make a space for the new. So the 2nd of September would be fantastic at this time of transformation to just see what would you like to kind of change in your immediate environment. This is very important because it's going to make the vibration very vibrant, but also at the same time it's just going to have a really positive impact on you. On another hand, you know what, it's about your own devotion, you know, it's about your own devotion that you're actually going to have, and this is really important because you need to pay attention. Something is going to be on your mind on the 2nd of September or at around that date. Some kind of devotion, something is going to be shown to you at the same time, something that you've left behind and something that you need to kind of give a bit more attention to. Just pay attention to this because this is going to be important, and later on towards the end of the month it's going to lead towards a really remarkable opportunity. But it's just by then, you know, there are lots of different stages and steps that you will go through subconsciously until you reach this particular point. This is very important to pay attention to indeed. On another hand, you know, it's just basically you need to be also careful at around the 2nd of September because there is somebody not very nice, somebody like a bit of a user, a little bit of a snaky in the grassy. So if someone, in order to protect yourself from snaky in the grassy, if somebody's trying to offer something to you on the 2nd of September, you know, and it doesn't feel right, it feels like a little bit off, you know, just remember to move on from that situation, to move on from that person. But you will be aware of it and you will not have a really great feelings about this particular person. So you are most certainly going to be aware of this on time, because it is just kind of going to create a certain obstacle, but then it doesn't really matter. The best thing is just to move away from this particular person. It could be on the 2nd of September, even on the 3rd, you know, at around this time. Just be careful if you kind of feel that someone is off or something is off, just move away from it and keep certain things to yourself. The second important date, my gorgeous Aries, is actually going to be on the 16th of September. It's just about the deep application and concentration and study. You know, this is really important because it's coming from the time when you wanted to kind of look towards a new opportunity in the past, but you were for some reason distracted because you thought that other things were more important. So there's going to be the return of the old you with this, but this is significant because it's to do with your spirituality at the same time. This is, you need to, on one hand, you are most certainly going to feel like you want to take your knowledge on the next level, even if it's like reading about 5 extra things about what you're doing, even if it's like learning about something what you're doing. It doesn't matter whether you're like at college, university, whether you are working, whether you're not working, whether you're retired, whether you're about to be retired, you know, it doesn't matter at all. It's just about whatever you're focusing on, whatever you're doing. Just pay attention on the 16th of September, because you are for once you will want to take that on the next stage by learning more about it. But on another hand, it's just going to bring you something very important, you know, but it's to do with who you are, it's to do with your path, and it's to do with your passion, because it's going to lead towards a really important desire to learn, and there is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing idea that you're going to have at the same time. And also the 16th of September is going to bring you a really good news as well, and this is brilliant. On another hand, you know, this is going to make you feel very satisfied because it's to do with your accomplishment, and it's also a good day when it comes to like a social relationships, devotion, pleasure in daily existence, and really important sincerity. An interesting advice you're going to have here, and the advice that you're going to have at around the time when you get an interesting advice, you will know that there will be a moment of the destiny and fortune. There is a wheel of fortune moment that you're also going to have in between the 16th, 17th and 18th of September. In between 16th, 17th and 18th of September, you are going to have a bit of a wheel of fortune moment, and this is going to be mind-blowing, my babies, mind-blowing, because it's all about the actual outcome and the advancement that you're going to find yourself, and an important conclusion, and you will know, my Lord, this Wheel of Fortune, it's all about the actual huge, massive, annoying, absolutely super irritating problem coming to an end. And this is absolutely brilliant because it's going to be kind of connected to an unexpected situation, you know. Where did I put this? Sorry. Cocolino, you're sleepy. You see, it's going to be connected to the unexpected situation, but then again, it's most certainly going to bring you you see, change. La 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 la, Erini, Erini. You see the change? It's going to bring you change. It's important, and it's going to bring you an important change, and also at around the 27th of December 2020, at around the 27th of December 2020, you are going to have a very, very important moment, very important day that is actually going to be connected to this. But out of this, it's all about an important moment when it comes to society, harmony, and it's also all to do with the peace, tranquility, and rest after strife. You know, this is a very important time when it comes to you spiritually, mentally, when it comes to your personal security at the same time. The third important date, my gorgeous Erinis, is going to happen on the 27th of September, because somebody who's very faithful and loyal in your life, it's going to play an important role here, you know, and that person is going to give you quite a very significant and important news. So pay attention to this, because it's going to help you to deal with a certain situation that turned out to be rather conflicting influence. And it was also kind of it's going to be an important time when it comes to investment. On the 27th of September, it's a very great time when it comes to personal investments and things like that. On another hand, you know, for the last 2 months, the difficulties that you were facing, in particular when it comes to projects, new projects, or launching new projects and things like that, this is going to start turning itself really beautifully, because it's about a success, but the success in particular with the certain difficulties that you had in the last two months, you see, in the last 2 months. So an important success again, and overcoming obstacle and challenges. And this is important because you're going to find yourself on an advanced stage. Is to do with a victory, and also an important negotiation. This is what I'm talking about, how powerful the 27th is going to be. And I'm not surprised, because your number is 7 in numerology, so this is nothing unusual. And also just remember that you are going to feel like on the 27th, you know, and after that, you know, you're going to feel just a little bit like a nostalgic, but this is nothing bad, because something from the past is going to kind of bring you an important insight, something is going to direct you. When that happens, I highly suggest to get something like a gorgeous labradorite. Look at this. This is a natural labradorite. I'm just trying to get like somehow the light, you see, to reflect. You see this absolutely gorgeous natural labradorite. Look at these beautiful colors, so gorgeous. And labradorite is brilliant when it comes to our connection deep within, when it comes to things that we are trying to find out about self, but also when it comes to things that are to do with our past, and things that are making us to be stuck in our past, because we have to like kind of come to terms with certain things. And sometimes because there is a lot happening in our lives, you know, we can't find the balance and see what direction to kind of go towards. But labradorite is wonderful to keep around you in situations like this, so it can kind of help you out to choose when it comes to your thinking, but also at the same time you can keep it in your working area where you spend the most of the time, when you're by your bed and things like that. So labradorite is something I highly recommend. If you would like to get a labradorite, the link is in the description below. By getting things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say this. The first part of September, it's going to bring you a good news about a certain finances, or maybe some kind of inheritance or something. It's going to surprise you, but in the good way. On another hand, be careful, because there is a little possibility of a little conflict with somebody, and you just need to remember that if somebody does try to have a conflict with you, just remember to rise above it, rise above it, rise above it. Do not go down where that person is, because it's just to do with the negativity, and there is something not quite right with that other side. So all you need to do is just make sure that you pay attention to your own synchronicity and just go above it and ignore it. But also, when it comes to the actual synchronicity, you're gonna have a moment of like, ooh la la, it's gonna be very spiritual the first part of September, and you're gonna have a moment like where something is going to happen, and it's to do with the synchronicity, and at the same time some kind of spiritual teacher or your guru is just going to be part of your mind. It's going to be part of your situation, it's going to be part of your journey, and it's going to bring a really massive confirmation, in particular when it comes to what to do with a certain delays and lack of motivation. And now this is going to become an inspiring moment when it comes to potential and a new beginning with like a really bright prospects indeed. The second part of September, it's going to bring you an important recognition, very, very important recognition when it comes to your personal success, but on another hand, a little bit of a heartbreak. Sorry. A little bit of like a heartbreaking situation, you know, at the same time. But it's just like you of realizing this maybe and opening your eyes, and that in itself is going to be very strengthening for you, and it's going to help you to move on. It's about the victory and mental clarity. Just remember, an important moment of victory and mental clarity when it comes to the actual vision, an important vision that you're going to have in mid-September, which was previously like a limited success, and now, my babies, no baby, no. It is not limited, it is unlimited success, and it's all about you just going with the flow and giving as much as you can, you know, to yourself, to your world, and the energy around you. The third part of September, it's going to bring you an important reward when it comes to compassion. You were nice, you were beautiful, you were gorgeous towards someone, and you will be aware of that at the end of September, because you will just know this. But there is also going to be an important reward that you are going to have. Be very careful on another hand at the end of September, because it is just like there is going to be a bit of like a double dealing with someone or something at the end of September, but you are going to be aware of it, because this is like almost like a maybe like a part of the group of people, you know. It could be like a family, or it could be like a people at work, or it could be like a group of people that you know, or a group of people where you're going to go to, or maybe a group of people virtually, you know. So just be careful, because there is going to be a bit of a double dealing and somebody being like quite dishonest. So be very careful, and it's to do with this teamwork. And the answer to that is going to be, you need to work with other people, you need to open up yourself, and you will need to explain yourself a little bit more, a little bit further. Just remember that you will have an important financial opportunity at the end of September. You need to be assertive. You are going to be tested just a little bit longer, but you will become aware that you're so much closer to it, and most certainly it's going to be an important sign that you're on the right path, that you're on the right journey, my gorgeous Aries indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to be I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationship, my gorgeous Aries. For those of you that are in relationship, I'm just going to check for September. You see Queen of Swords. Now this is an important card when it comes to the actual relationship, but it's also like you are both reaching an important stage, you're both reaching an important moment, but you need to pay attention, because somebody, I'm a dark Lala again, sorry to be a dark Lala, but it's just basically to do with somebody that's going to be quite not really good around your partner. So if it comes to certain dealings, if it comes to certain beginnings and things like that, you know what I say to you, you know your path, you know your journey, but there is somebody around your partner that it's also going to be like a maybe trying to maybe not being the best. So if your partner is trying to get the best deal for something, and no matter what this probably person says, you know, it's just going to be the exact opposite. It's not going to be right, it's not going to be real. So I think if your partner can leave any dealings or anything like that behind this month, and just basically just maybe leave that for October, because they're going to be very disappointed with a certain person when it comes to things like that. On another hand, you as the couple, you're reaching a very very important stage. You have gone through something very difficult lately, and now very big moment is going to happen right in the last week of September for both of you. An important opportunity, absolutely remarkable, and you're both going to love it. Something that you both waited for a long time indeed, but it's to do with basically also new approaches to old problems that are going to come to an end, but also new knowledge as well. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy. My gorgeous Aries, Page of Rods. You see, surprise, surprise now. Now, basically, there is someone who is going to start walking into your life slowly. This is the part of the changes. This is the part of new energy. This is the part of new dimensions. So if you have been waiting for somebody to walk into your life, this person is not going to literally knock on your door, but it's most certainly part of the progress, part of the change, part of the new beginning, but it's also to do with the continuation and where other people are. Somebody rather special and somebody rather significant, and this person is going to appear in your life when you least expect it. But as I said, it's going to happen at a time when you're doing something that you really like, when you're focusing on something that you really enjoy, and this is the time when this person is going to walk into your life. First, you will not even know that this person is there, but later it's going to be like, oh my lord, stranger in the night. Yeah, that's what I can say. So it's not going to be that long, my gorgeous Aries, at all. My gorgeous Aries, I love every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you healings, brightest blessings, peace, love and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you healing, brightest blessings, peace, love and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.